one arm dumbbell march or kettlebell. So I'm using the kettlebell in this example. And what we're doing here is we're using this drill to train our obliques and our hips by holding one weight on one side away from our body. So a lot of times those people do this where they're just holding a weight with their arm pinned against their side, and then as they move, their torso is moving all over the place. So we are trying to use this as an anti-rotation drill to train those muscles on the opposite side of the body that will prevent that lateral flexion and then that rotation that happens in that transverse plane. So when you get set up, again, if my elbow is locked out, it's really hard as I increase the weight to hold it off my body. So it's okay to have a little bit of an elbow bend here, but we're literally trying to keep our arm off of our body. And then maybe we start with a really small march so that my feet aren't traveling through as much space, which means I'm not in a single limb supported position for very long. So if I keep the speed the same and I increase the height I'm going in, that puts increased demand on my obliques and my hip musculature just due to the nature that I'm in a single limb position for a longer period of time. Then I could speed it up, and I'm trying to resist that rotation if I'm keeping the height, so we can kind of go after how high you're going and the speed at which you're going. And then we can also increase the weight and go back to the beginning of those progressions. So I'm starting nice and easy, small steps, and then I slowly increase the height as I'm able, doing my best to make sure that I'm not compensating by leaning way to the side, pinning my arm against my side, and then being mindful that from the side view, I'm not overextending into my back. When I drive up, so if I'm bringing my left leg up and my right leg's down, I want to be mindful that I'm keeping this bottom leg straight so that I'm not overarching through my back. I see that sometimes people will really keep their knees bent, and then as the weight gets heavy, they'll overextend and kind of shift their center of mass around to maintain their balance. So nice and tall, good posture, arm away from the side. We're training those muscles on the sides of our body, being our obliques and our hips, and that we're trying to start with small range of motion, increase the height as able, and then maybe we'll increase the speed or progress by increasing the weight. So typically the cue that we give people is ankle height, and then calf height, and then knee height, meaning the opposite or the leg that's moving, ankle height, calf height, and then knee height as you're moving through the motion.